So how do you find the time to be everywhere? Because, to post on each platform, it requires a certain amount of time. So how, as a busy entrepreneur, how do you find the time if you don't have someone that's dedicated to doing this, every day, all day, to managing your social media accounts and creating content? How do you find the time?
So great question. You make it. So there's two things. One is I'm a big believer in doing what you do best and hiring the rest, right? I don't do my own bookkeeping. It's too time consuming and I have zero interest and I'm not good at it, frankly. So I would outsource it like you would outsource anything else. I think as business owners and entrepreneurs, we don't look at awareness and the ROI that it's behind, right? That is the commodity right now that everybody's trading in is understanding who people are, who businesses are. And we might go to expensive dinners. We spend money on equipment. We have these expenses and on ads that we justify in our bottom line when we look at a P&L. We'll justify those expenses. But for some reason, a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners are stuck in that mentality that I shouldn't outsource my awareness, basically, or somebody making me an authority. I think you have to work synergistically with an agency or have it in-house to do it really, really well. One of our agencies, Branded Innovation, we spent almost 3 months reverse engineering of what we thought of as the top authorities in different marketplaces and seeing what they were doing and how they were doing it so we could develop systems for our clients around that. And then we did a beta test and it worked really, really, really well, better than we thought it would. And so I think you have two options here. One is if you're cash poor and time rich, then you need to carve out time in your day. And I would call it a 90-91. I got that from Robin Sharma, where it's the one thing, which is awareness in this case. You spend 90 minutes for 90 days first thing in the morning, and that's what your focus is. Because this is really lead generation over time, right? The big brands and the authorities that are out there, they are generating business just because of their brand recognition. The second thing is if you're time poor, then you can find the cash flow. You have to carve that out of your marketing budget or somewhere else. I think this is much more important than any other marketing trait, frankly. And it's a hard thing for a guy that runs an agency to say, but it is. And instead of going to the conference or the trade show, you can do this all in a much more expanded way, utilizing the web. So then you outsource it. And if you're outsourcing it, you want to work with a reputable company, but two, make sure it's a synergistic movement, right? You can't actually fully outsource everything, I don't believe. It has to have your brand personality in it. It has to have your niche and has to have your voice. And so those are really the two ways you can go. Again, do it yourself or outsource.